Hi all, and welcome to the Ascalonian Catacombs Path 1 Dungeon Guide. This is not a speedrunning guide. We're not going to show you the fastest way through this, but we are focused on new players who it's their first time through and just need a little extra help. The first boss you get to right after the first cutscene is fairly easy. Just avoid the red circle traps on the ground, which will kill you in 2 hits, and just basically DPS down the Graveling Breeder, and then run through to the camp, repair your armor if it's damaged, and make sure that one player stays to talk and activate the next cutscene. The rest should head down to the wall and jump on this part of the wall, the edge, and start DPSing the gargoyle heads down. And then you can drop down and start killing off the spider trash mobs. If you get into this corner by the rubble, the spiders will path to you to try and hit you still. After that, we kill off the last 2 gargoyle heads and take out a few more trash mobs. There are 4 level 1 spiders, which control when the spider queen pops out, so you want to avoid killing those until you're absolutely ready to fight her. So I finish off the last one, and she pops down. Now you could path back to that rubble pile and line of sight all of the little spiders to you, but I just dropped blind and used my elite to blind them all and kill them all fairly quickly. And the Spider Queen herself's pretty easy. She's got 2 moves you need to watch out for. The first is she spits big red circles that'll kill you pretty quick. And the other is her web immobilize. And if she gets you with both of them, you're probably dead. Once she's down, we'll stack in the corner next to the door and pull the gravelings up down from the traps. Stack some might, maybe stability would be good, and just DPS them down. If you're fast enough, the big one will drop along with all the others, otherwise you might have to DPS him separate. After all the gravelings are dead, we'll head up the trapped hallway, and at the top of the hallway there's a chain that you pull to disable the traps. I stayed behind to res Hodgins because sometimes you won't respawn and catch up to us. We do run into the cave troll, which does take out a couple of our party members, and it slows down our run. They cut a lot of that out, and we just used a mesmer to port past, but you can also run around and jump up another way. Killing color, we stack a little bit of might. Stability would be good to have, and retaliation. Pull him to you in this spot, and just DPS him down. He's got 1 move to watch out for, which is he'll pull back his sword arm and charge up and then throw a wire at everybody and pull them into him. And then he'll spin in circles and knock a lot of people down, which I thought I was out of range, and apparently I wasn't. But other than that, he'll go down fairly quickly. After color, grab your chest, and we're on to the unique part of the dungeon for this path. We head down, jump on the gargoyle heads to avoid all the flames. We do lose somebody here on the flaming stairs, which is why I recommend jumping on the gargoyle heads. He has to respawn and run back, which isn't a big deal. Now once the last person enters, the event automatically starts, and Graveling burrows spawn and you have to kill them. Normally split the team 2 to the left and 3 to the right of the door. And this first attempt, we messed up and put 2 fairly untanky people on the left. So we get taken out pretty quick, but just res, run back, and pick up Hodgins, start over again. We switched our warrior to the other side and had no issues. There's 6 burrows total. You want to kill them both sides at about the same timing. Otherwise one side will get ahead and end up with 2 burrows on the same side. I stop and pick up my teammate here because it doesn't hurt and it helps more to have a little extra damage on the burrows. We're down to the last 2 burrows here. The other team's side's gone down already, but they do finish it, or they completely die, right as we finish ours. Normally waypoint to the new waypoint, but I couldn't because I was in combat, so I just ran through the doors, head up the stairs and around on the scaffolding, grab the flaming scepter out of the tomb. Make sure you grab your chest and then port to mid. We'll head east next through this doorway and stay right to avoid the grubs. Run up here and jump to the left to avoid the gravelings. And we'll stay left through this door to avoid spawning oozes that can cause Hodgins some issues. Now only one person's needed for grabbing all the scepter pieces. There's one right here at the start, which I pinged to tell the second guy to pick up. The second one is right here next to this cluster of gravelings. If you've got stealth or stability or just run speed, it all helps. The gravelings will knock you down, but if you dodge a second after they start charging, you'll be fine. Luckily I got knocked down in stealth. Now I'm grabbing the 5th and last scepter piece, but the Mesmer did not pick up the 4th, so I head back for it. And then I just run into the corner towards the gate to drop aggro. The people that stayed are going to talk to Hodgins and force a waypoint to spawn, which I switched to, grab my chest, and then we're on the final part of the dungeon now. We'll head out of this room the same way we headed in, avoiding the oozes because there's no purpose in spawning them. And then drop to this ledge and jump to the little pillar out here. And normally you'd stack speed, and which is what my plan was, but our party started, so we kind of had to go. You want to dodge the red circles because that's gravelings popping up, which will knock you back, and you want to avoid the flame traps. Now we had one team member go down in the tunnels, and we'll have to run back again, which we end up waiting for him at the end. I almost turned around to get him, but I was too slow and they were dead already, so I always run down the second path just because it seems easiest. And then we head up into this little cubby hole, which drops all aggro and gives us time to wait. Now with all of our party here, we'll jump down and fight the boss in the back corner, which just lets all his spawns end up hitting a fire build so that we don't have to deal with them. If your damage is fast enough, they won't even get to you. His only moves you need to dodge are any of his screams, which there's really only one mega laser type thing that you have to dodge. The others aren't as bad. Other than that, he's a basic DPS down and finish him off. Once he's down, you can skip the cutscene and collect your chests. Or if somebody's switching characters, you can hold the cutscene and they can switch and get the bonus chest on their other character, which is a handy way to get free XP. And that's Ascalonian Catacombs Path 1. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in running any of the other paths, I have videos up on them as well. You can click any of the links on the screen now.